Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie. Hey, ladies. I'm hoping you are well this fine Monday. Okay. So, I'm sorry, it's not, it is Sunday, which I didn't even look at my book. I did not study this morning because I feel like I just got up. So, things that are difficult about living in Ghana. So, I want to do that little thing right away so you won't be like, okay, she's just painting this one picture. Come on, there's got to be some inconveniences that bother her, or there's got to be some things to get used to, or there's got to be some, something, right? Something. So, I'm going to wait because I know it's early. Hey, I see one person. I don't know who you are, but come say the greetings. Hey. And we are waiting for the Ghanaian family, so they may be here soon. So we'll see about that. But today, outfit of the day, y'all, I'm very pattern colorful. I got colors going on, okay? It is a colorful outfit. I don't know, some days I just want to do it my way, or not trip, or just, I like to play with patterns. That's the one thing that I am. So I'm wearing my African shorts. And I got at the art center. My butt's getting so flat. But anyway, I lost weight and I'm not exercising enough. Okay. And then I got my little cute top. Tarjay Ghana. And no, they don't really go, but I like it. It's just, I like the way they both feel on my body and look on my body. So it's a win. And then I try to like make it work. Why? Because this has all the colors of the shorts. So I just, threw that in there just to, make it happen. Okay, so I feel so good in this room right now. Like the air blowing, it's just like everything is really, really wonderful. So, but there are a few things that you will have to get used to living in Ghana. Now, first of all, the number one thing is, unless there's other ways, and maybe we will find it out together, is that the water, even though it says, you have pipes and you have a shower head, the water might not run. And in that case, like I said, I live in a compound, so the ladies of the compound fetch the water, that work for the compound, fetches the water and brings it to you, and then you go. So it's an inconvenience if you, okay, wait, let me go deeper. If you like bathtubs. Now, let me see, in Nicolese, when I was in a hotel, there were bathtubs, but nobody sat laid in them. Most people just took a shower. So, I mean, I'm sure you could hook up some bath situation, but when you usually look at apartments, I don't know if the bathtub is supposed to be functioning as you laying out in the tub. I'm sure you could build things to your specification. It's probably a reason why most people just shower. And again, remember, you may not actually get a shower because you may have to use your little ladle and bucket and the whole 9 yards. So if you are very much like bathtubs that are beautiful and they're all functional, I don't know if that's here. I'm sure it's somewhere and you could build it that way. But overall, showers and then running water situation. It doesn't, now I honestly, don't get me wrong, it would be so nice. See, it's funny, I was in the States, I was I took so many baths, I couldn't even take baths. I still can't take a long bath. And what I'm excited about is once this lockdown is over, is taking sea baths. From living in the DR, Dominican Republic, I took a sea bath at least 3 times a week. But guess what? Any more than that would have been too much. The sea is so powerful. You almost kind of exhaust yourself going that many times, like toxins being pulled at such a high level and rate. So I don't mind when I go to tropical places that I don't have a bathtub per se, because I know that the beach is the bathtub. And you would think you go to the beach every day, and if you can go 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes I'm telling you, you'd be good after a while, So convenience, but one way to fix that one. Inconvenience. Another inconvenience was first time to me yesterday here, but it happened so quickly, and was the lights went off, the electricity, not just in the building I live in, but the whole, I guess, town, or at least the section. And I remember calling the man temperature, in seconds, in a few minutes, the lights were back on. But that initial, you are in your, I I don't know. Oh, yeah, you are there. Okay, I never so safe anywhere. And I've traveled to some countries solo as a woman. I feel so safe with God. I never, there's nothing in me that gets nervous. Like, no, it's just beautiful. So, but the heat, because your fans go off, and the mosquitoes, yes, depending, it was nighttime, the mosquitoes is like, they don't come out, and that brings me to the next ingredients, the mosquitoes. Now, this is all for me. I had this in Caribbean countries as well, and I learned a few things. But oh my God, mosquitoes are awful. I feel like I got bit here. I don't feel like I've gotten worse bites as far as the pain and the frequency in the Caribbean maybe than here, but I've only been here a short time, and I don't really go out and hang out at night. That's how I've been preventing mosquitoes. Not going out at night. And when I do go out a few times, I wear long pants. This is what I did in Trinidad, and it helped me considerably. Longer pants covering my arms. I'm just saying, like, it did actually help. So, but that's the thing about the Caribbean and Africa. Like, oh my God, just there was no mosquitoes. Like, no mosquitoes. So, but it's no more than anywhere else. I felt like I've had it worse when I was in Trinidad sometimes than I even do here. And I think, yeah. So, mosquitoes. They're gonna love it. It's just, but you'll be with it, and they got repellents and all that other good stuff. And of course, all of us, another the unavailability or the accessibility of certain products, like the wines of this things. I'm just saying, like their cups, like the quality. Sometimes you feel like it's not there on your like houseware or different things. It's not made the same. That's why I'm gonna have everything just custom made. I think it's gonna run and get like some hair products, or you can't run and get like what was I thinking today? Somebody asked about a laundromat. Like somebody told me there is a laundromat somewhere in this community. I bet you might not find them all over. So mine, I know I can just have somebody else wash the clothes. Yes, I pause. Yes, well, so yeah, the woman, the lady who washed my clothes yesterday. Oh my God, I love this woman. I love this woman. My clothes are fresh and clean and spotless, and the smell is just. It looked like she ironed it. She had it laid out so beautifully with no on the. I was very, very impressed. Yes, she wins. I was very impressed. Great. So, yeah. So, inconvenience, stuff you can live with, right? Inconveniences, not so bad, right? I mean, I don't know, because I think if you think about transportation and Accra, I think transportation is the trots, which are like the buses, lots of them. Taxis, lots of them. Ubers, lots of them. Taxis, easiest thing to get. You walk outside your door, depending on where you are, get a taxi. You can call Uber, you can use your Uber app. I think the transportation system is pretty, you don't get to where you need to go. So I like that. I like that a lot. So we're talking about what's difficult. Let's see, anything else? No, not right now. Maybe, I think that God is having a system, maybe cover them up. Cover them up because people could fall up in them things, and I'm sure people have fell in them things, sewer things. And so, yeah, but that's infrastructure and all that, and I think that all of that is coming. Doing that. Yeah, the lights went off. It was seconds, but then after that, I was like, well, let me say, and traveling helps us a lot. I think that everything takes a new you or a new person. And when you travel in general, that's what makes sense for travelers as well. When you travel, you kind of gotta not try to compare. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to help but compare because now you're somewhere and it's not like where you were. So I mean, compare, but do your best not to. Look about for you when I compare. If I compare or pros and cons of living one over the other, and for those that don't like I just want to move here. You have to think about what do you want at this point in your life. What kind of life would you like to create for yourself? And once you have that, you got it all. And you'll see that. And then you'll realize that maybe this gives it to you, maybe it don't. It doesn't matter. There's too many places around the world to go, and some of you are not even here for that. But I think that wherever you go, there will be cons, because that's just the way of life, until those cons become pros, until they don't really even exist as cons anymore. A lot of cons are based on not knowing the system or the culture or the little nuances, the regulations, even the rules. So when you don't know that, then it's like, oh my God, this is a con. Oh my God. And then, but once you start getting to know where everything is, well, this store actually sells. This other store, I know that I was watching a YouTuber, and she makes her own skin and hair products for natural hair. And she's right here in Ghana. I think she's in Accra. And she's waiting for this over. There's a sister. She's from Australia. She's a Ghanaian that lived in Australia, and now she's back in Ghana. So it's like the hair thing. Like I'm telling you, there's so much room for that to me, because homemade products are going to be where it's at. People are going to be buying your homemade products until you get to make them in the stores. The demand for it will be great because a lot of sisters that's coming to Africa have natural hair. So I think that that's a market that you would think they have it down, but no, hair braiding and dealing with natural hair is two different things. And I can see eventually they're going to have real good like colorists that can do colors in your hair. I think a lot of you from the diaspora will be that. Manicurists that actually get down to the get down, not just let you walk out in your way. I think that's another amazing field. Is a great manicurist. You would rack up, especially with the diasporans that want things in a certain way. So there's a lot not here that a lot of people would want. And we're going to talk about all of that in my next intensive. It's everything you'll want to know about traveling, moving, and living in Ghana. Because I personally love moving, and I love it. I do. Like, I love moving. I love traveling. I do. I love home, and that's why it's so nice to finally establish my home in Ghana. Everything feels different, but the only thing is I still got the home in North Carolina to reconcile with. So once that is really gone, and I think I could just, breathe a little more better, because right now I don't feel like I'm breathing as better as I would actually like to, because, I still got that, I got to figure all that out back there. But of course, we're going to talk about you moving, and we're going to deal with all the types, the one that just like me, go by the seat of your pants and make it happen, the ones that need a little more time, the planners, and the ones that have the 5-year plan. All of it, we can talk about all of that. It's exciting. It's very exciting. Is that Frank? Hey, Queen Ajua, Lisa, good morning. How was your night? It was beautiful. Midasi, how was yours? Auntie San. Yes, I watch her videos. Yes, I love her. She's wonderful as well. Hey, Girls Rule 6567. Hey, Lisa Marie. Count my Roman numerals. I love that necklace. And Kofa, hey, thank you. This one is the Gina. How is the COVID-19 in Ghana? Okay, great question. Let me answer that. Good morning, sir. I've been staying put, so I really I don't watch the news, but I think they got a great handle on it. They're using the same method of identifying people that actually have it, and then looking for people that they have been in contact with, and it's really helping a lot. So they're finding a lot of folks. I think the count is the count is up there. I mean, for us, maybe like 600 people that was diagnosed, but only 8 passed away from it. Maybe it's like 700 now, and 8 passed away. And they're just doing the contact. So they're not losing a lot of people. And the lockdown is helping a lot because they're being able to actually do the work and reach a lot of people, a lot of outreach. I think a lot of these other countries like Ghana and even I read about Vietnam was doing even better and don't have any new cases because they locked it down so quickly. Even there's a sister that's, I think she's the governor of San Francisco, California in the United States, locked it down right away. So I feel like Ghana has a lot of good examples of how to do it. I think the world realized that small countries ain't so dumb, in a lot of ways. And so I feel like, but it's a lockdown in Accra. Now, the way it was before, the lockdown was only in Accra, Tema, and Kumasi, maybe another one. I don't know if it's extended to the whole Ghana. I don't think so, but I don't know. So it depends on who you ask in Ghana. Some folks on the beach right now because they ain't closed down. You know what I'm saying? Some people is chilling on the beach. Some people in Tamale building, sustainable villages. Hey, yes, and I don't think she's affected by the lockdown. But me and Accra, yeah, it's a lockdown. You're supposed to only go out for food and essentials, same stuff. I live in a neighborhood where I go for a nice walk daily, and I come back and I get my fruits and vegetables. So I'm kind of embracing the time. There's a lot that I really, really have to do and I really want to do. I don't see why any of us could be bored. We should be having hustles, other businesses, like things should be happening right now. And don't forget, speaking of things happening today, we're going to I'm going to be with Karla Hampton, and we're going to talk about making money moves during this time, which is so important. So I'm excited. She's going to teach us a little bit about just investments and things of that nature. And my sister was telling me about on her Cash App how she's been buying stock. My sister, when the stock was real low. So when you tell me like Amazon and places like that, so I'm about this, trying to make this. I'm wanting to make money in many different ways. So that's going to be from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not have not paid for the course, the link will be in the description box, and you can still pay for that course, which starts today. So we got that going on. Yes, that's her name. Thank you. So that's how that is. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Sheila. Frank says, yes, her name is Jasmine Ama. That's right. Australia back to Ghana. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's her name. Jasmine Ama. So Ama is born on what day? It's not Monday, because I know. I think it's Tuesday. Is that right? I was it Wednesday. Okay. Be safe and take care of yourself. Thank you, darling. Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning to you. Frank says Lisa is more safer than people in America. Yeah, that is a fact. Yes. Frank, I'm so thankful for that. So I want to ask you that, like, girls' rules, if you don't mind, because I just want a dialogue, conversation to understand. When you told me to be careful, be safe, I was kind of like, I was wondering too, do you think I'm less safe being in Ghana and people in the States are more safe? I mean, what are y'all in general? Let's have a conversation. It's early Sunday morning. Let's go to church. Do you think that people have a fear that people have a belief that they're safer in the first world, United States, during this time than those of us that are so-called stuck abroad? Some people who are abroad. Since this thing, I'm watching videos of so many Black Americans here and trying to stay at least until this is over. So tell me what y'all thinking. Like, do y'all think that? Is that your thing in your mind? Like, ooh, I'm so glad I'm in my home country. Or do you look at Africa like, ooh, even Africa has the least amount of cases in the world at this point, at least. What do you think? Or somebody can chime in. What do you think people think? Because when people say that, oh my God, be careful, Africa, be careful. And this was before the virus. People would say that. Be careful, you're in Africa, be careful. So one of my course, and part of my course for next month is the psychological and the spiritual component of actually moving forward, traveling, and going places. Because a lot of us do. We have a fear of Africa. We think it's worse. Now, if you look at some videos on YouTube and you see African Americans or read some blogs, there's one for one that keeps going around. My brother who's in Ghana right now is stuck, and it's a lot of us. And all of them kind of say the same thing. They feel like they're in a safer place. So what are y'all thinking? I mean, what notions do you have of Africa? Have you bought into that the first world countries are the best and these other little countries are just where people suffer? Or can you see that it's maybe ain't necessarily so? So I would love to hear, just let's have a dialogue about that. Uh, Saturday born. Okay, Saturday. Oh, Alma. So Alma goes with Kwame. Alma and Kwame. Is that right? Okay. Let me see. Rochelle, are you wearing masks in Ghana? I'm not wearing a mask. Some people do. I don't think it's absolutely required, but the social distancing is great. I mean, I feel like people are where they can social distance, but I'm not wearing masks. No, and they're not requiring. I don't think requiring masks here. So it's safer abroad. I would rather be in Ghana than here. Okay, Ashe, there you go. I've been to Ghana and the people are nice and smiling while they are taking money out of your pocket. Oh, okay, I thought you was going somewhere. Okay, I thought you was going. So okay, that's an opinion, and it's a great one. So when you say that, tell me what you mean. I would love to know. Some people thought Western is safer than Africa, but reality is that Africa is more safe than Western countries. Okay, thank you, Frank. You just have to be smart about how you move. Coming from New York City, I'm used to fast talking folks. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that is true. So, okay, I agree. I think that there's people that will try to get over everywhere you go. And you are right, being from New York, some call it the belly of the beast, New York specifically, because I think if any game won't be run on you, you had it run on you in New York. I know I have. I can tell you stories that you don't want to hear. And you reminded me of that coming from New York where, people, this is a great another question, we talk about the safety of another country. And then you from New York, I'm from New York. So I just thought about it like, that probably look crazy saying to people, is your country safe? When I know I'm coming from a place that, I came up in the 80s and the 90s as far as an adult, and it was not safe. Like, I was living in New York when it was not safe. Living in Brooklyn, living in the project, when it was not safe. I remember that you really brought something to me, and I feel like when you come from a place like that, it probably makes it easier for me to travel as well, because you've seen it, you've heard it, but you still can fall for the okie doke, of course. So yeah, okay, yeah. There you go. I love it. It's great. I feel very safe. Yeah, I do. But thank you. Thank you. Yes, right. Yes. Okay. Well, there you go. All right. I love Ghana. I want to visit again this year. I tell everyone to be safe regardless of where they are. Okay. So that was more of that. Yeah. That's true. The only reason, like I said, why I asked is I noticed that, and this is way before, like I said, when it was nobody even knew about the virus. People will always tell me, like, especially if I went anywhere out the U.S., nobody ever told me to be safe in the U.S. Ever. Never. Nobody ever said, be safe. You're in the U.S., so be safe. Like, I've never heard it. I've only heard when I've traveled to countries that was told that it was all these things. That's the only time people ever told me to be safe. And I feel like that, as we were saying, like Americans, like I was thinking about some foreigners coming to America, like you might want to tell them to be safe too. Like, yo, be safe. What we do, we put people up on, people we know, be like, yo, let me tell you, be safe. That's New York, be safe. That's Brooklyn, like I do. My friends, I'd be like, oh, they'd be like, where do you think I should go? I'd be like, and they name place, I'd be like, I don't know. Well, let me see. Let me check you out for a while, see if you can handle that. Let me see. That's true. I'm sure it is. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Camila. Actually, I feel less safe going to Alabama than Ghana. I hear you on that one. Alabama. Oh my gosh, girl, I remember being some places like that as well. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But thank you so much. Yeah, I think they're doing fine. This is what I, and this is why YouTube is becoming more very difficult for me. Uh, if I say I love it, I love it, I love it, then it's like people get mad because they either think I'm saying I'm in a better place than you are, which I'm not saying that. I mean, it's all relative. Or they start feeling away, or they feel like you're pushing something on them. What I'm saying is, and what I'm talking about in the next workshop is, we got issues with Africa. We got issues with our African selves. Sometimes as Black Americans, some of us as Black Americans. So our reaction to things, we need a cooling out period. We need to, like in a sense, the way they do it. You come into a country, then you quarantine for 14 days before they can send you in whichever direction you want to go. We need a moment to say, hey, y'all, there's going to be an experience that's going to hit you like never before. There's going to be things you're going to do and say and behave and feel and that you've never experienced, or you felt like you experienced before, and now that's triggering you in other ways. Is that you're not going to know yourself. You're not going to understand. You need time to process. We need the processing time, and that's what I really want to do in the next intensive, is really help you to process all your fears, your worries, your concerns. Whether you've been there before, I had a friend who said that the first time she went to Africa, she got really, really sick. She had been in the hospital. They had to miss her flight and everything. But she came back 4 more times after. This was the 5th time when I was talking to her. And I said, what made you come back after the first time? She said, what happened to me? She said, I didn't want to be afraid, like, oh my God, I got sick with Africa the first time, I'm never going again. She said, I knew that I had to get over that, or that would stay a fear inside of me. And so therefore, and I love that, because I get that. And that's what I'm wanting to do, is to help you transition so that these things won't scare you. These things could happen any place. Hold on one second. Yes. Kojo, are you all here?
No, we are now. We're coming.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll see you when you get here.
All right.
Thank you. So it's my brother, like I always tell y'all. So yeah, I think that I feel it. I could feel it in the group. I could feel it in the, or listen, this is another thing. The United States has a lot to offer. Not right this second, but they do have a lot to offer as far as the infrastructure. As far as, I mean, I could try to big it up for you. That's not really where I'm at. I'm into bigging up where I am right now. And I just don't want people to be afraid, but I know that fear is kind of almost, it's in the DNA, not so much it's not in the original DNA. It's really not. It's in the genetic memory. And I think that we have to let go and fly back home in whatever way that feels or looks like for us. I don't know about if Ghanaians that went abroad are scared to come back. But I surely know that Black Americans, because it's this big deal. And it's like, oh my God. So some of us come with this big idea like, oh my God, all Ghanaians we're home, we're in the motherland, Africa's going to embrace us, and they're going to love us. And some of you are not getting that exact feel when you get here, and that troubles you, when you think it's supposed to look away. I knew that I was good for Ghana, and Ghana was good for me, when I realized that I didn't need the approval of the people necessarily, right? Because there's a portion of this way, to validate me being an African or not. I knew that in the States, that I didn't need that. So I was good with, whatever I got. But was it not very, oh my God, emotional when I first got here? The brother says, you look like a Ghanaian. Like, yeah, it was a validation in the sense that I kind of needed. I kind of did need to hear that I look like a Ghanaian. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be different for everyone. And we'll talk about it more. But my people's coming. Let me get ready, because I know we're going to the market, and this is going. I'll be sweating and I need some exercise anyway. So about to get some exercise. So okay, ladies, well thank you so much. I love it, love it, love it. That's right. Other people exactly. People's like, yes, yes. Let's see. Okay, so no, we're not wearing some people are. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Hey, Camila. Yes. You feel safer. Yes. Okay. CC Prime. CC Prime. We say be safe in the MTA, but we know better. Oh, okay. I love it. Europe is hella safer than America. I feel safer everywhere than here. I say. Frank, wait a minute. Europe is not safer than America with all of those skinheads and they have, and the hate they have for immigrants. Okay. Keep going. Okay, that's good. Trust me, girls rule. My ex-husband was army and stationed in Germany for 3 years. Had no issues there. The racial tension here is unlike anywhere else on the earth. Yeah, I agree. I guess it depends on what part of Europe. French doctors just said. Okay, so we're gonna okay, y'all. Let's change the frequency. Let's change the frequency. This is what I say. If you are loving the states, love the states. Like, yo, that's your home. You love it. It's all good. You got to understand on this blog, it's going to be a lot of Africa love. It's going to be a lot of Africa love, and where Africans feel like they're being treated better. You're going to hear that. So it is kind of a pro-African channel at this point. Not to say we don't have different opinions, but again, I think that we have a lot of anger. And a lot of times we even as Black Americans have anger towards our own country, although we still love it. We want to be a part of our own country so bad. We want to be accepted so bad. We want to be treated fairly so bad. And it might not happen. So people find other ways to live out a better life and a Black existence. And for some, they go home. For others, they go to the DR. Like, it's all good. Like, whatever works for you, you know? So, yeah. Okay. I was in Cuba over New Year holiday, and their first 4 cases, 3 of them were Italians running from Italy shut down. Isn't that a shame? That's a shame, isn't it? Okay. There you go. All right. Yeah, okay, good. So we don't have no problems. All right, y'all. So anyway, I love y'all. Obviously, that was my energy that caused all of that corruption, that confusion. And I love you, and I love everybody on this. Let's just say, right. Yes. Right. Okay. Your ancestors, right. And girls rule. I can see that you're coming from that place. I can feel your connection to the States. Sometimes though, it's like, so be connected to the States. That's great. Love the States. Just come on the channel. They probably got, I wish I could do a video on how much I love the States. I can't do that video. It's not going to naturally come out of me right now. So that's not going to do it. So, and I want you to find some, I hope you can find some videos also that will big that up. We're just probably not going to do that here. So you might have just a little, we're probably not going to do that here. So I think, and it's all good. It's all good. They sure did. Greetings. Hey, Candace, they did. Our people died on the soil. I know I don't even feel amazing. People was, before we were slaves, so I could say. There was a before we were slaves. And the people that they came from were these Africans. And the enslaved Africans that had relatives that were still on the plantation, that were still from Africa, they were so proud to say, my grandmother's right there, and she's a real African. You heard this stuff in slavery. The pride of Africa, even the southern religion, the southern ways of being is so African. So all that, I think that the best part of Black America is our Africanness. But we can't always see it if we don't go out and see it. If some of us we see it and our eyes see something different. I know a lot of times if you feel like you have to choose one place, you're going to have a hard time enjoying the new place. Just because you travel from the States to New York, I mean to Ghana, don't mean you gonna love Ghana. You could, like the sister, feel like it's a bunch of job turkeys trying to get your money. But some of y'all is gonna love it. That's why I'm taking so Frank and a lot of the names, you don't understand. Some of us, we are in turmoil about who, what we are, and what we're supposed to be treated and how it's, and it's a lot for a lot of us. So, but I will get up that on another day, another time, another place. Okay, darling. All right, y'all. I love you. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and hopefully I'll see you on the Money Making Moves. Peace and blessings, queens. Take care.